I would love to tell you a little bit about why I procrastinate, or rather, the fact that I procrastinate. Um, I've always wanted to write a novel. It's my biggest dream. Always has been my dream to write a successful, magical bestseller. And I started it, I think, when I was a child already. I started writing stories, and then I started writing poetry. I started writing fantasy. And just about 6 years ago, I started on my real big novel, the one that was gonna 100% be the bestseller. And I planned to finish it within 2 to 3 years. I had made a planning and I was gonna stick to it. But of course, life got in the way. I was working part-time, I had kids, I was doing translations and writing articles for other people, and everything got priority. Everything else but me writing my novel. There were days where I managed to sit down and where I managed to actually write something down and actually sit for an hour or so. And whenever I did it, I felt that surge of joy and of happiness. And I knew, this is what I need to do. This makes me happy. But then, another day went by and another day went by, and I didn't get the chance because there were always deadlines for others, always deadlines for me to do, and always deadlines for me to finish stuff for other people. And I'm not a procrastinator. I'm not a procrastinator in the original sense of the word. I don't delay a lot of I don't delay with a lot of random things. I actually start being extremely overactive. So I have an immense to-do list, and I'm very good at actually getting all those deadlines done. Do the washing, do the dishes, cleaning up, organize the house, get all the appointments in for the whole family. I am a doer for that matter. But when it comes to my own agenda, that's when I have a problem. When it comes to the projects that I want to do for me. So about 3 years ago, I met a wonderful writer here in Middelburg, where I live right now. Her name is Marloes. And we met at an event and got chatting about being a mom, having deadlines, working for others, and about our greatest wish is both of us to write a best-selling novel. And we realized that we both had the same problem. We were really good at organizing our agendas for others, but not so good at organizing our agendas for our own time, for me time on the agenda, for the things that make you happy, for the dreams that you have, and for the dreams that you want to make sure actually happen within your lifetime. And so we decided that it was time to start keeping each other accountable. And so we did for a while. We kept each other accountable for the next 6 months. And while we did it, we realized it worked. And then we thought, this is a wonderful service for others. So that's why we started our deadline bureau. And it's funny. The whole idea of procrastination is very funny. It's kind of, people think it's a very negative thing, but it isn't really. It's quite positive. To a certain degree, it's so creative to figure out what people procrastinate with. I mean, how do you come up with all these millions of ideas to procrastinate with instead of actually just doing what you really want to do? It's so crazy. So we've been researching procrastination and having a lot of fun whilst doing it as well. And one of the tricks that, one of the things that help me, one of the little tips and tricks that I have for procrastination is it's as simple as, but make a schedule and work in little steps. So even if it's 15 minutes of writing a day, try to do it and try to make it part of your routine. So instead of saying on Monday I'm going to write 15 minutes and on Tuesday I'm going to write 15 minutes, make sure that you say, whenever, as soon as I put my daughter to bed, I'm going to sit at that desk for 15 minutes and open up the computer. If writing is what you want to do, or if it's painting, you go sit in front of the, you go sit at your painting table and you get ready and you have all your paints ready. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to write something on the first day, but the fact that you make it a ritual to sit at that table, you will slowly start putting the words down, and actually it becomes a routine in such that even your whole family, if you have other people that rely on you, they start realizing that is part of your routine. So they don't expect you to sit on the couch with them and watch a series, they know that whenever you've put your daughter to bed, you're going to sit at your table for 15 minutes. And that slowly becomes part of the whole routine in the house, and that way you will create time for yourself, slowly but surely.